The Secret of Sokolovka Tincture. Tradition and Hope in One Bottle. Dr. Vadim Shulman, Treatment of Sexual Dysfunction with Tarragon in Jewish Traditional Medicine. The Secret of the Tincture from Sokolovka. It all started with the yellowed pages of diaries, carefully kept in our family. On these pages, written in even handwriting, stories of scientific expeditions to Jewish shtetls of Europe came to life, where my ancestors collected recipes and knowledge passed down from generation to generation. Among the many entries, one particularly stood out: the story of a doctor from the shtetl of Sokolovka. Tarragon is a familiar spicy aroma to many, but in Jewish traditional medicine, properties were attributed to it that go beyond culinary use. The entries and oral traditions said that tarragon has a unique effect on the sex glands, helping to restore their balance and function. It was believed that regular use of tarragon helps with disorders associated with male and female health, strengthens strength, and returns vital energy. But the tincture that the Sokolovka healer spoke about was much more mysterious. Its composition was kept in the strictest confidence. The diary of my ancestors contains a description given by the healer in exchange for a unique recipe. Fresh tarragon, infused with pure alcohol, was mixed with herbal extracts. This elixir was used to restore sexual function, as well as a remedy for fatigue and weakness. Patients who turned to the healer noted a gradual improvement in their health, the return of inner harmony and vigor. The healer told personal stories. A young tailor, who had lost hope after an early illness, regained confidence and a family thanks to the tincture. An elderly woman suffering from lethargy regained the strength to do her craft and housework. A couple who had long dreamed of children, after several months of treatment, began to rejoice at the first signs of the long-awaited replenishment. In Jewish traditional medicine, treatment has always been based on the harmony between the body, soul, and nature. Tarragon, considered a gift of the earth and a symbol of renewal, occupied a special place among herbs. The healer from Sokolovka, like other keepers of knowledge, passed on secrets only to the most worthy and trusted students in order to preserve the healing power from unnecessary disclosure. Today, leafing through family diaries, I think with gratitude about those who preserved these recipes and traditions, allowing us to touch the wisdom of our ancestors. Tarragon tincture not only embodies a secret, but also a reminder that true medicine is born from respect for nature, knowledge, and the generosity of the human heart. The healer told how the recipe came to his family when the winds of history had not yet left deep traces on the stones of the holy city. There lived the wise King Saul, a representative of the tribe of Benjamin. In those eras, everyday life and crafts were closely intertwined with faith and secrets, and each house kept its secrets, passed down by inheritance. They say that in the palace of the King of Saul, an amazing recipe was kept, a tincture of tarragon, which had the ability to strengthen the spirit and body, give ease of breathing and clarity of thought. This recipe was not a simple culinary whim, but a real elixir of health, which was revered by experts in ancient herbs. The composition of the tincture was kept secret, and only the king's chosen doctors knew it. This drink was not just a tonic, it was considered a talisman against ailments and mental anxieties. Centuries passed. After the fall of Jerusalem, the recipe for the miraculous tincture ended up in Caesarea, where, according to legend, it was carefully preserved in one of the doctor's houses. It was there, among the ancient arches and mosaics, that it was discovered by the Knights Templar wandering guards and collectors of rare knowledge. The Templars were not only warriors, but also alchemists, passionately searching for unusual recipes and elixirs to treat the wounded and maintain morale. In the house of one of the local doctors, in a dusty box, they found an ancient parchment, a scroll with a description of the preparation of tarragon tincture. Legends say that this scroll was decorated with the symbols of the tribe of Benjamin and the personal seal of the King of Saul. Struck by the magic of the drink, the Templars decided to keep the recipe secret and use it only in the most difficult circumstances. At that time, Palestine was ruled by powerful dynasties, and the most famous of them, King Saladin, was famous for his intelligence, generosity, and passion for rare artifacts. Having heard about the mysterious tarragon tincture, he offered the Templars wealth comparable to the treasures of half the Eastern world, if only to obtain the recipe. But the knights remained adamant and did not reveal the secret of the strengthening elixir. Saladin, known for his respect for wisdom and tradition, believed that such a tincture could become not only a medicine, but also a symbol of unity for the people. However, despite his generous offers, the recipe remained a secret, passing from hand to hand, from initiate to initiate. Centuries later, when Europe was in the grip of the plague, a rabbi, saving his people from destruction, remembered an ancient recipe that had come down to him through many generations. The rabbi believed that the ancient tincture could become a shield against the disease. He left the lands of Palestine and set off on a long journey to the north, carefully guarding the scroll with the recipe among his few belongings. The road was dangerous, full of trials, but the rabbi reached the town of Sokolovka, lost among the hills and forests, where people suffered from troubles and diseases. Here he met a local healer, a man known for his skill and kindness. The rabbi entrusted him with the recipe, hoping that the elixir would save the inhabitants from misfortune. The healer from Sokolovka, inspired by the wisdom of the rabbi, began to make the tincture with trepidation according to the ancient recipe. He selected the best branches of tarragon, mixed them with herbal extracts, following the instructions on the parchment. The rumor about the miraculous elixir spread quickly. It helped not only with fevers, but also strengthened the spirit, restored strength after serious illnesses, restored male potency, helped women find the joy of motherhood. Over the years, the recipe became a family heirloom, passed on by the doctor to his children and then grandchildren. Each heir kept the secret, but invariably adhered to the ancient principles of preparation. Centuries later, the descendant of that doctor, a doctor from Sokolovka, received the recipe from his ancestor as a symbol of trust and respect for the past. Today, the unique tarragon tincture is considered not just a medicine, but a real bridge between eras, cultures, and peoples. It carries not only the power of herbs, but also the magic of memory, the legacy of kings, rabbis, and knights. Each sip of the drink is a touch of history, where the destinies of Jerusalem, Caesarea, Sokolovka, and all of humanity, seeking healing and harmony, are intertwined.